Welcome back to the channel. Listen, a few weeks ago I put out a video and it seemed to get people's attention. It was a video about comparing film photos to digital photos. And I think a lot of people are curious about that because getting into film photography is like resurging a little bit in the way that vinyl came back way after CDs and then mini disc players and MP3. You remember mini disc players? And then MP3s and all the other stuff. A lot of people want to do film photography now, but they just don't really know how or what it's all about or how easy it is to actually do it and take it and get it developed. And they also just think, what's the point? Like what are the differences? Like what is there an end goal? What do you get out of it? What's the difference between a digital photo and a film photo? So this video is going to be a real quick comparison of a bunch of photos taken on a film camera, a vintage 1970s film camera, and some digital photos taken on a modern professional camera, both on 50mm lenses, but one's film, one's digital, so you can see what all the fuss is about. Let me explain first of all which film was used. So basically all these photos were either taken on standard Kodak Gold 200 or this 800 tungsten cine still film, which was a new one for me, but I actually really liked it. So this first photo here is taken at Huntington State Park, and it's just a shot over the river. First one's digital, and the second one here is, of course, the film. And just look at the difference in the tone, in the grain, in the colors. Everything is just a little bit more, I don't know, like there's something different there. It's a bit more rustic. It feels a bit more, I mean, people will use the word vintage all the time, but it is. It looks that way. Reminds you of like something you see in a photo album from the 80s. It's another shot down the river. And the same shot, exact same shot in film. I thought I'd try and take one just through the trees, just kind of a woody scene, again with the digital camera, and then pretty much the same shot with the film. And then to give you that kind of perspective of as the road kind of waved through the campsite, here's the road shot portrait with the digital and the film. You just see the colors of the trees and everything are completely different, and the tarmac looks different. It looks warmer, it looks kind of older. It's hard to replicate that. This is downtown Houston, so this is just looking across the trams on Main Street, and then here we go again in film. When I was downtown, I went for a coffee, and I thought, let's try and do some indoor shots and give you kind of a difference. Here we've been outside the whole time, so it's just a shot of my coffee with the digital, and then the same cup of coffee 2 seconds later with the film. You can see the tint is very different there, and that's the effect of the film. There's a kind of almost purplish tint there. This is quite a famous waterfall downtown in Houston, and it's very cool for just taking portraits and stuff, but this is the waterfall just as a whole, taken as a bit of a landscape with a digital camera, and then again, same thing, exact same thing, 2 seconds later with the film. If you go behind that main wall, you can kind of see the waterfall itself and all the people kind of hanging around there, taking their own sort of Instagram shots and stuff. This is just a shot using the digital camera against the wall for a bit of perspective, and then the same exact perspective with a slight difference thanks to the girl in the real skimpy shorts, but with the film camera. That was not on purpose. They just happened to walk into frame. This is a very fun shot down the train tracks in the middle of Houston. Very, very fun to do. I love doing this for portraits on people, but this is just the shot it is. And then exactly, pretty much the same space, a little bit further down the tracks, but the same thing with the film camera. And you just look at how different the buildings look. There's a coldness with the digital. With the film, those buildings are just glowing and golden and just... So after I did downtown, I went to a place called Post, which is like a renovated post office. It's now like a space for market stalls, foods, it's like a canteen area. There's a rooftop with events on it. It's very fun. Here's just a shot of the general area downstairs with the digital camera, and then again in film. Just shot through the fence, kind of the fencing rails around sort of the upper level into the stairwell, and got a shot through there of someone walking up. Again, same thing, kind of a fun perspective. Here's the digital, and then same thing in film. At home, I sat around one night, took a picture of a road map. I'm going on a road trip this summer, and I was planning it, so I thought, right, here we go, perfect opportunity, indoor lighting. Here it is in digital. And then the same shot in film. And the last shot that I did was randomly on a drive around town. I came across kind of a funky, weird painted wall in Montrose and got out the car and just took a shot of me just standing there, posing, you know, just like you do. So here's the shot in digital, and the exact same shot in film. And that's it. You can see the difference, right? In every shot there are differences, but the differences vary. It depends on the lighting, it depends on what you're trying to do, but the colors change dramatically when you're using film. And it's really hard to replicate that, no matter what filters you put on there and, you know, things that you do to your photos. If that sort of sparked your interest and you think, actually, yeah, they do look quite fun, maybe I will have a go at that. Honestly, so much fun to be had. Go out there, get yourself a film camera. They're like $100. Have fun.